Tonight's WWE Smackdown is about to deliver something that wrestling fans have been craving for weeks, and if you stick around until the very end you're going to find out exactly which superstar might walk out as the new United States Champion in one of the most unpredictable title challenges we've seen all year. Before we dive into all the chaos that's about to unfold, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the action, because things are about to get absolutely wild. The wrestling world is electric right now, and for good reason, because Ilja Dragunov is putting everything on the line tonight with an open challenge for his United States Championship. The Mad Dragon has been an unstoppable force since capturing that title, and his willingness to defend it against anyone who steps up shows exactly why he's one of the most intense competitors in the entire company. But here's where things get interesting, because nobody knows who's going to answer the challenge, and the speculation has reached fever pitch across social media and wrestling forums everywhere. Some insiders are whispering that Aleister Black could make a shocking return to answer the call, and that would be absolutely huge considering his history and the dark mystique he brings to every match he's in. Others are convinced that Tama Tonga is finally going to get his shot at singles gold after proving himself time and time again as one of the most underrated talents on the roster. Then there's Tommaso Ciampa, who has unfinished business with just about everyone in WWE, and his brutal style would mesh perfectly with Dragunov's hard-hitting approach. Santos Escobar is another name that keeps popping up, and honestly that would make perfect sense given his leadership of Legado del Fantasma and his consistent performances that have shown he's ready for that next-level championship opportunity. The beauty of an open challenge is that literally anything can happen, and when you have a champion like Dragunov who fights like every match is his last, you know we're in for something special tonight. But that's just the beginning, because the Last Time Is Now tournament is kicking into high gear with two absolutely stacked first-round matches that could steal the entire show. Carmelo Hayes is stepping into the ring with Bronson Reed, and this is the definition of speed versus power in its purest form. Hayes has been on an absolute tear lately with his cocky attitude and incredible athleticism, making him one of the most exciting performers to watch every single week. He's got that swagger that makes you either love him or love to hate him, and his in-ring ability backs up every word that comes out of his mouth. Bronson Reed, on the other hand, is a legitimate monster who has been destroying everyone in his path with a combination of agility that shouldn't be possible for someone his size and raw power that can end a match in seconds. When Reed hits that tsunami splash, it's lights out, and Hayes is going to have to be at his absolute best to avoid becoming just another victim. The strategy here is going to be fascinating to watch, because Hayes needs to stay mobile and use his quickness to avoid Reed's devastating offense, while Reed just needs to catch Hayes once or twice to completely change the momentum of the match. This tournament is linked to Survivor Series, which means the stakes couldn't be higher, and both of these competitors know that winning tonight puts them one step closer to cementing their legacy. The other first-round match features Penta going head-to-head with Finn Balor, and if you thought the first match was going to be good, this one might actually top it. Penta has brought an entirely new energy since arriving in WWE, and his lucha libre style combined with his fearless attitude has made him an instant fan favorite. He's not afraid of anyone, and his willingness to take risks and push the envelope in every match has produced some of the most memorable moments in recent memory. Finn Balor is wrestling royalty, and there's no other way to put it, because his resume speaks for itself with championships and classic matches spanning multiple continents and decades. The Prince has evolved over the years, and whether he's the cool, calculated Balor or the demonic Demon King, he's always one of the most dangerous competitors in any match. The clash of styles here is what makes this so compelling, because Penta's high-flying, unpredictable offense is going to test Balor's technical precision and counter-wrestling abilities. Balor has seen it all and done it all, but Penta brings a unique challenge that could expose any weaknesses in the former Universal Champion's game. Both men are hungry to advance in this tournament, and you can bet they're going to leave everything in that ring tonight, because a win here means everything for their momentum heading into the biggest event of the fall. What makes tonight even more special is the influx of Raw superstars who are crossing brand lines to shake things up and create some serious intrigue for the road to Survivor Series. The Usos are rumored to be making an appearance, and anytime G and Jimmy show up, you know the tag team division is about to get a massive shot of energy. These guys are generational talents who have held tag team gold more times than most people can count, and their presence alone elevates any segment they're part of. CM Punk's name has been floating around as a possible guest, and if the best in the world shows up on SmackDown, you can forget about everything else, because the entire wrestling world will be focused on whatever he has to say or do. Punk has a way of commanding attention unlike anyone else, and his appearance could set up something huge for the coming weeks. Braun Breaker is another Raw star who might be stopping by, and this young powerhouse has been destroying everything in his path with a combination of his legendary family lineage and his own unique intensity that makes him feel like a future world champion. Rhea Ripley's name is also being mentioned, and the former women's champion brings an aura of dominance that few can match. Her brutal style and no-nonsense attitude have made her one of the most popular superstars in the entire company, and if she shows up tonight, you can bet she's going to make a statement. Io Sky and the Kabuki Warriors have also been linked to potential appearances, and their unpredictable nature means chaos could erupt at any moment. These women have proven they can hang with anyone, and their unique blend of athleticism and aggression makes them dangerous in any situation. The War Games implications are hanging over everything tonight like a dark cloud ready to burst open at any second. This is the time of year when alliances are formed and broken, when rivalries reach their boiling point, and when the chess pieces start moving into place for one of the most brutal matches in WWE history. War Games isn't just another match, it's a war inside a steel cage with 2 rings and nowhere to hide. The teams that compete in War Games go through absolute hell, and the weeks leading up to the match are always filled with tension and unexpected twists. Tonight could see the formation of new alliances as superstars realize they need backup to survive what's coming. We might witness betrayals that have been building for months finally come to a head as friends turn on each other and enemies team up for mutual benefit. The Raw stars showing up tonight could be scouting potential War Games opponents or looking to recruit Smackdown talent to join their side in the coming battle. Every interaction matters, every stare down could mean something, and every word spoken could be the spark that ignites a new feud that carries us through the next several months. Dragunov's Open Challenge has the potential to completely reshape the United States Championship picture in ways we can't even predict right now. If someone like Aleister Black returns to answer the call, we're talking about one of the most intense and hard-hitting matches you'll ever see, because both men thrive on physical warfare. Black's striking ability and psychological warfare combined with Dragunov's unbreakable will would create magic in that ring. A Tama Tonga victory would give Gorillas of Destiny member his first major singles championship in WWE and establish him as a legitimate main event level threat moving forward. Ciampa winning would add another chapter to his already legendary career and set up potential dream matches with almost anyone on the roster. Escobar capturing the title would elevate Legado del Fantasma as a whole and prove that he belongs in the upper echelon of WWE superstars. The mystery element is what makes this so exciting, because until that music hits and someone walks out, we're all just guessing, and that uncertainty creates an energy that you can't replicate with a standard announced match. The Last Time Is Now tournament is designed to create stars and give superstars opportunities to prove they belong at the top of the card heading into the most important stretch of the WWE calendar year. Hayes has all the tools to become a multiple-time world champion, but he needs a signature win over someone like Reed to really cement that status in the minds of fans and management. Reed has been knocking on the door of main event status for a while now, and a dominant performance against the flashy Hayes could be exactly what he needs to break through that ceiling once and for all. This match could genuinely go either way, and that's what makes it so compelling, because both men have equally valid claims to victory based on their recent body of work. Penta vs. Baylor is the kind of match that could main event a pay-per-view on any other night, and the fact that it's happening in the first round of a tournament shows just how stacked this bracket is. Penta winning would be a huge statement that he's not just here to be another guy but rather to compete at the highest possible level from day one. Baylor advancing would maintain his status as one of the most reliable performers in the business and keep him in the championship conversation where he's always belonged. This tournament is going to be talked about for months regardless of who wins, but tonight's matches are going to set the tone for everything that follows. The Raw invasions or guest appearances, depending on how you want to look at it, add layers of unpredictability that make tonight feel special even by WWE standards. When brands start mixing, especially this close to Survivor Series, you never know what kind of confrontations or surprise interactions are going to happen. The Usos showing up could lead to a tag team challenge being issued or accepted for War Games, or they could be there to support family and keep an eye on potential threats. CM Punk appearing would break the internet instantly, because anything he does generates massive reactions, and his ability to cut promos that feel real and raw is unmatched in today's wrestling landscape. Braun Breaker crossing over could lead to him challenging for the United States Championship himself, or getting involved in the tournament somehow because his explosive style fits anywhere on the card. Rhea Ripley making an appearance might be about scouting competition for War Games, or possibly confronting someone from Smackdown who has been calling her out on social media. Io Sky and the Kabuki Warriors showing up together means chaos is probably coming, because they thrive on creating havoc wherever they go, and their presence alone shifts the energy of any women's division segment. The build to Survivor Series is always intense, but this year feels different because the rosters are more stacked than they've been in years, and the talent level from top to bottom is absolutely insane. Every brand has legitimate main eventers and rising stars who could break out at any moment, and the competition between shows creates a natural intensity that you can't manufacture. Smackdown has been on fire lately with consistently great matches and storylines that keep fans invested week after week. Tonight's show has the potential to be one of those episodes that people reference years from now when they talk about the best weekly wrestling shows ever produced. The combination of the title challenge, the tournament matches, and the guest appearances creates a perfect storm of entertainment that should deliver from the opening bell to the final segment. Dragunov as United States Champion has brought a level of intensity to that title that we haven't seen in quite some time, because he treats every defense like it's for the World Championship, and his matches are always physical battles that leave both competitors exhausted. His open challenge mentality harks back to the great fighting champions of wrestling history who believed in testing themselves against all comers regardless of reputation or style. Tonight's challenge is going to be must-see television, because you genuinely don't know who's walking out or what's going to happen once the bell rings. The unpredictability is what makes wrestling special, and when you have a champion who's willing to put it all on the line against unknown opposition, you're going to get magic more often than not. The tournament matches are going to showcase 4 of the best performers in WWE today doing what they do best in front of a crowd that's going to be absolutely electric. Hayes and Reed will beat the hell out of each other trying to prove who deserves to advance, and that match could easily be the one everyone is talking about tomorrow morning. Penta and Baylor are going to put on a clinic that reminds everyone why they're considered two of the best in the world at what they do, and the winner is going to have serious momentum moving forward. These aren't throwaway matches or filler content, these are carefully constructed bouts designed to elevate talent and create stars that the company can build around for years to come. Tonight's SmackDown is shaping up to be absolutely unmissable, and if you're not watching live you're going to be scrambling to avoid spoilers until you can catch up. The United States Championship Open Challenge could change everything with one entrance theme and 1 3 count. The tournament matches are going to be instant classics that deliver on every level. The Raw superstars showing up are going to create moments and interactions that set up the next several months of storylines. This is exactly what weekly wrestling television should be: exciting, unpredictable, and loaded with talent that makes you glad you tuned in. So make sure you're watching when SmackDown goes live, because tonight is going to be special and you're not going to want to miss a single second of what goes down. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated on all the latest wrestling news and analysis, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the action, because we'll be here breaking down every twist and turn as the Road to Survivor Series continues to heat up.